action. Richardson.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Richardson back to throw it.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
Check mash.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Richardson. Throw caught by Flowers.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Straight ahead is Hall.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Vikings!
Breece Hall with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line. Outside, so I'm staying this side, shutting you and I vibe to the food. Like Tupac, I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. I be the reason you die, trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Gripping on it like I'm picking a pride. I hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can get it right through the.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now Tua.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down is Jenkins.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 4-7 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
It's caught by Mike Evans.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32.
Now Tua going to change the play. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. That's caught. This is a Bama Campbell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 2. An inside run to Jenkins.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, get set.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Solo left side. Watson, Oscar. 20, TX. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Richardson looking to throw this. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. There was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
Richardson's pass. To Zay Flowers. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Hall.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Now Richardson.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's taken down inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Hall again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Richardson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Check mash. Check mash. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Now the pressure gets that. He goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now it's Richardson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. It's a return as Ricky Pearsall. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the get-go. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
22 yards. And that's good.
Ncaa on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll give to Hall.
Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Breece Hall
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to pass to him. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
6 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Tua going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Richardson looking to throw. And he's got Pierce. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Vikings. Alec Pierce, 62 yards. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Before they can snap it, time runs out.
on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Ready. 21G, 21G. Watch it, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. All right, fellas. Listen up. Tight end on the ball. Tight end on the ball.
Here's Tua. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So first and 10 now from the 30.
17 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Tua. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Evans has it left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Evans from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Luke now for the extra point.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Seahawks 14. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Richardson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. The paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. Go. 70. Timberwolf.
A handoff for Hall. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Richardson looking to throw this. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings first down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Touchdown, Vikings! Breece Hall, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Tua.
Complete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here comes 2nd down.
Solo left Zion.
Throwing Tua.
Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Tua.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
First down.
Tua.
39-yard line.
He's got his tight end down the field. That's Sanders.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa setting up a screen for Judkins.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Vikings, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You